to the virtual opening of Drum City featuring the renowned Carmine Appice of Cactus Vanilla Fudge and many others, and Ed Heck, who's extremely well known in New York City and all over the world. They've collaborated on a very special show called Drum City. We're very excited to present it here at Stackenberg Greenberg Fine Art Gallery in Sarasota, Florida. We are very sorry that you guys can't be here with us, but we are excited to present it virtually. I'm here with Carrie Greenberg.
And welcome to the gallery, and I'm very happy to host both Ed and Carmine.
Yeah, and my name is Susan Short. I do the PR and marketing for the gallery as well as promoting the show. And we have Carmine Appice and Ed Heck. Do you have a few words to say to the guests here, Carmine?
I do. Ed's a good friend of mine, and we got working together after he, I believe he was at the New York Art Show, and I went to see him, and right down the aisle from him was my friend Paul Stanley from KISS, who does artwork. And I saw him doing artwork. So when we were hanging out with Ed, you know, my girlfriend, the radio chick, Leslie Gold, the radio chick, was on the radio, very famous in New York. And Ed used to do some drawings for her. And so we went to see him. And when he saw, you know, down the road, you got Paul Stanley, he said, "Do you do any drawings or paint?" And I said, "No, not really, but I can draw drums. You know, my specialty is drawing drums." So I said, maybe we can do even a gold album, you know, draw a gold album. I can do that. So we decided to do something. And then, Ed, you tell him the rest.
Yeah, well, as Carmine was saying, I asked him if he used a computer, and his response was only for emails. But I said, since you do some sketches of drums, you can scan your drums sketches into the computer and play with colors and stuff, and, you know, not ruin your first, you know, your initial sketch. And he said, well, hey, you want to collaborate? And I was like, sure, of course. I mean, I was a big Carmine fan growing up, and I was like, but I didn't really think anything would come from it. But about a week later, Carmine calls me on the phone and says, hey, what are you doing Friday? I'm coming to your studio. And that Friday, he actually showed up at my studio. I went downstairs to let him in, and he's getting out of his car, and he hands me his phone and says, here, you're on the air in Minneapolis. And I was on a radio show in Minneapolis, and the DJ was like, hey, I hear you're doing some artwork with Carmine Appice. And I was like, yeah, I guess I am.
That's funny.
So
that's how it started.
First day, yeah, the first day he came to my studio and he sat down, we created the first piece that day called Drumhead. Which actually I have right over here.
Oh, you have it too.
See a print of it, yeah. Yeah, I have the larger size.
Ah, okay. We also have a smaller size here available at the gallery.
That's right.
Yeah, and that was the first piece that we created together.
Great. So tell us about.
Hey, show it again. Show it again. We didn't see it.
Yeah, let me pick this up for you here.
No. Let's do Ed's one. It's bigger. Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah. So basically, what that is, it's my image, which you have the sunglasses. I have a logo that looks like that. Have sunglasses and the mustache, and that's a floor tom that I drew with me in there. And then Ed took it and put all the surrounding stuff on it and added all the colors. And that started our way of doing artwork, which was me drawing stuff. He then gave me a notebook and said, if you could make it this big, you know, it was like 2 inches by 2 inches, and draw it in, and then I can project it on my screen and I can outline it, and then I can put the colors on. And it started like a whole array of artwork that we did. It includes, I don't know how many pieces we have now, Ed? 15?
Oh, more than at least 15 or so. And a lot of more sketches that are in the works also.
Yeah. And that one, the big one on the top was, I think, the second thing we did, and that's called Drum City.
Drum City, yes.
And it's a
We
city.
have one here.
Okay,
You have
available in a smaller version.
Yeah, we have smaller versions, big version, lithographs.
Yeah, the one on the wall here is this is the original acrylic on canvas, and what you guys have is the print.
What sizes do we have them in?
The prints come in, the large size that I have here is 24 by 30 inches, and the smaller size is 13 by 19 inch paper size.
And they look great framed. Why don't you move over to the framed one, Ed?
Oh yeah, there's a framed one up here of
Yeah.
Drum City. This is
Oh,
on
that
the
looks
24 by 30
fabulous.
frame.
And
we
I
actually
have
a drumstick in
one
there.
back there. Mine is
Nice,
back
yeah.
there. You know, you can see it.
And
back
you
there.
gotta remember too, they're all signed and,
Numbered.
and numbered, and there's a limited edition of 100 of each style.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So then we started continuing. So we did Drum City, and then we said, well, what else could we do? So I started drawing all kinds of crazy stuff. So I drew Stonehenge, which we call, well, he's got the camera on what we call the city bridge, right? Now, the city bridge is a drum city, like I thought about New York City, and I drew it with the river down the middle, but the bridge is actually a hi-hat stand from a drum set.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
that's great.
with the cymbals on it.
Yeah.
And then, so I gave that to Ed, and then Ed colorized it and everything and made the paintings and made the lithographs. But it all starts from a little piece about that big of a drawing, you know, and I had, you know, he instructed me to make the lines thick so that when he projects it on the, you know, on the canvas, it looks really cool.
Yeah.
Yes, so we did that one, and we got Stonehenge. Do you have Stonehenge,
We have
Karen?
Stonehenge.
I could. Oh yeah, he has it. Yeah.
Yeah, you have Stonehenge. So we call it Drumhenge, you know, because it's you know, how do I click on it to make that bigger? Can I make that bigger? No, I don't know how to do that. But anyway, so Stonehenge is another one. Then we did the pyramids. We
Yes.
did, you got the pyramids too? There's the pyramids made of drums, you know? And if you look
Now,
really
have
close.
you, this is sort of it's like a tour, right? It's like
Yeah.
a rock tour. Have you
Yeah.
played at the pyramids?
I never did. I always wanted to go there.
Yeah.
It's one of the places that I've seen, you know, on film and everything. I said, I want to go there. But unfortunately, I have some health issues that preventing me from going that far in the world
Yeah.
anymore because,
Yeah.
you know, I don't want to be that far from a hospital that I know, you know.
Right.
So,
Well, none of us are
so
going anywhere.
I'm sticking
anyway.
to America.
We can live vicariously through these paintings, right?
Yes, exactly. And then we have the one that Ed has on camera there now.
The
That,
Pisa.
that was like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, which we called
you
it.
have up here.
We called it Drum Tower,
Uh-huh.
and
Oh, yeah, again, smaller.
that's and Ed's got a bigger one. That's a bigger one there, right, Ed?
Yeah, this is the original.
That's the
on
original.
That's the canvas.
Yeah.
That's the one on
That's the
canvas,
canvas.
right?
Yeah, and you know it's funny, you know, because you know when we talked about doing this, Ed said, "Can you paint?" I go, "Well, I could draw drums." And that's it. And then we came up with this concept, and there's really nobody else doing this concept.
It's great.
And it's
Yeah.
it's really colorful, and everyone that sees the artwork so far has liked it. But we've never really pushed it. We have sold some product, but we've never really pushed it until now. And now with you guys and you know, Carrie and the art gallery down there, it's gonna be awesome.
And who might this particular person be? Would that be you?
That there is me. If I had my sunglasses on
Yes.
with the mustache and the hair, that's my version of me.
I love
And
it.
Ed has another version of me somewhere. I have it in
Yes.
my studio here, actually.
Yeah, well, this was another version of the drumhead one, the first one we did, but this is
Right.
just a close up, and this one again is you can see this is a canvas
Yes.
Right.
original.
And
And we have
what
a
is the
larger size
size
of this
on
also.
that? What is the size on that?
This one's 30 by 30 inches, but we also
Okay.
have a 48 by 48 inch one.
And
Okay.
again, and I showed this one already. That's a smaller version.
Yeah,
That's a
and that's-
13
and
by
that's-
19.
That's the drum head one. That's just the head without the drum. I mean,
Right.
the
Oh,
big
I'm sorry,
one
yeah,
there
I don't
is
have-
without the drum.
Right.
That one has the drum.
That's
And,
great.
And what else we got?
Yeah, speaking of other versions of Carmine, Carmine was involved with art for a long time. It was actually the original influence for David by Michelangelo.
That's awesome.
Yeah, all right. If I was by my drums,
if
I
you
go,
wanna see
"Ba-ba-ch."
If you want to see the rest of the statue, though, it's by private invite only.
That's funny.
And then we have
Yeah, and we have some other pieces as well that, like these are the new ones where.
Yes, this is a world premiere,
Yes.
of these
World premiere.
lyric lithographs and lyric
Yeah.
paintings. Tell us about that.
Okay, well, I mean, let me tell you about what they are first, and then Ed
Please.
can tell you how we did it. I co-wrote when I was at Rod Stewart, one of his very biggest hit he ever had was "Do You Think I'm Sexy?" And I co-wrote that. I didn't write the lyrics, but I wrote the music, and it became huge, still huge. I mean, on YouTube, it has like 150 million views,
Wow.
something stupid like that. I recorded it in different ways on my Guitar Zeus album. I just recorded an instrumental version of a reggae with it. So it's a never dying song. Many other people recorded it. And the other song I did with Rod was called Young Turks. And the lyrics to Young Turks are very inspirational, and as you can see there, Ed did versions of it. Right? I think you might be able to see it better on Ed's screen.
Yes, yeah.
And Ed, you tell him about, how you did it.
These I just took Carmine's lyrics and I write them out how I print myself, and then do what I do normally with the sketches that I work with on Carmine, and then colorize them and then paint them with acrylic on the canvas. But like Carmine said, a lot of the songs have some great lyrics to them, so it's good to show them
That
in
one
this way.
especially is very inspirational. Your
I
heart
love
and
it,
free
especially
tonight.
now.
Time is on your side. Yeah, that's a really great message. Versus, do you think I'm sexy? If you want my body and you think I'm sexy, it's not
That could
as
be inspiring,
inspirational,
too.
but it's a fact of life,
Right.
Yeah, and then we've got stuff that we have on drum heads as well.
Yes.
Which,
Do you have
that's
anything?
wonderful,
Can we
yeah.
see that?
Ed has that somewhere.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
found that here.
a mini drum city on a drum head, which is
Oh, that's
very
fabulous.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is on an actual drum head.
right.
Acrylic
What is the
painted.
size of the drum head?
This
I
is
think
a
that-
15-inch.
15-inch. I was going to
Okay.
say.
Yeah,
it's
it's a 15-inch snare.
And obviously it's signed already. And
Yeah,
so
these are signed by both
everything
of
we
us,
do is basically signed. And when somebody gets them, it will be signed. But for me, it's a lot of fun because I sit around and we also did one. Ed said, "Well, what else can we do?" And I said, "How about we do the moon landing made of drums?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I sent him a sketch of the moon landing where we used the module was made of a drum, and all the aerials and everything were made of cymbals and weird stuff. And Ed, do you
Here you
have that there? Yeah.
Yeah, there
There
you
you go.
That's,
Yeah.
oh, we got that?
And there's the moon landing right there.
Yeah, we have it. Right. Yeah, that's
Oh, you
great.
have it
It's
too.
got it. It's got it on the screen.
Yeah.
So that's your next gig, right? A concert on the moon?
Yeah. Well, it's not really a concert, but it's, as you can see, they got the ladder. It's got all the
And it's all drums.
Like
And just
satellite-
remember that they're all signed. I don't know if you can see that.
yeah, they're all signed, and the
But they're all
satellite
signed and
dishes.
numbered at the bottom, and they're
Yeah,
all
the
special editions.
satellite dishes are made of the cymbal stands,
That's great.
And so we're really utilizing this whole drum idea. We've got some new ones in the works. I
Yeah.
think we have like the Kennedy Space. What is it?
I love
What do they
that.
call it?
Yeah, the
Canaveral,
Kennedy
yeah.
Space. Yeah, I'm working on that one now.
We're working on that one, and we got there's the Carmine condensed version of the Carmine face with the
full
mustache.
portrait.
That's not a frown. That's a mustache.
Got it.
Yeah.
And you were talking about possibly doing a mask, now that we were into that whole different.
Yeah, well,
environment.
Ed has done masks. So when we do our art show down there at your gallery,
In the spring.
In the spring,
In the
right.
spring.
where's it going to be?
Sarasota, Florida.
Where is it going to be? Tell the people where.
It's gonna be at Stackenborg Greenberg Fine Art Gallery on Main Street in downtown Sarasota.
There you go. So that's where we're going to be doing that. And Ed's going to make some masks up. So my mask is
Yeah.
going to be just my mustache. So
Which
when
is
I put it on,
We
you
want
see
those
my
masks.
eyes and my mustache.
Yes. I actually
Yeah, maybe-
think all of them would be great as
Yeah, we'll do
masks.
some that are similar to this one that could be like with the lyrics on it. Like, could be
The
wearing
lyric, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Do you
I
think
love
I
that.
love that?
That's
Yeah, right,
awesome.
right.
Yeah.
We could have a
That's
"Do you
great.
think I'm sexy" mask.
I love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can't be too successful with that. I'd have to start paying Rod royalties.
We can alter it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great.
Absolutely. Well, how fabulous. Really, really exciting. Super great work. It's so positive. It's so creative. It's such an interesting marriage, and it's an interesting offshoot of what you do as an artist, as a musical artist as well.
Yeah,
And I love
it's
the
great. It's a cool combination of both, really. And because Ed is a drummer and his son's a drummer, I've gotten over to the house. I got a drum set for them, and we become really good friends. And he's from Brooklyn, where I grew up. I'm from Brooklyn too.
I love Brooklyn.
And
Brooklyn is hot right now. Brooklyn is like really,
Yeah.
yeah, because everyone's
Big
moving
spot.
out of Manhattan.
yeah, Brooklyn is hotter than Manhattan. Can you believe I'm even saying those words, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard to believe. So.
Hey, I'm just thinking we should do a Vanilla Fudge, "You Keep Me Hanging On" lyric.
That would
Yeah,
be
well,
that would
great.
be-
Yes, do
yeah.
it.
Set
Well,
me free, why don't you, babe? Get out my
Yeah,
life, why
these are
don't
only
you,
the
babe?
first two. So these
Yeah.
are only the first two of, we're gonna do
Yeah, I
some
mean,
from
we could do
from Fudge,
you know,
from Cactus.
yeah, we could do all different ones,
Fantastic.
awesome.
So before we say goodbye, we're going to do a cheers since this is a virtual opening. And we also want to know, are you sitting at your drum set, Carmine?
No, but the drum set is over there.
Could you
But
Could you play us out? Could you send us off?
I can, but it's gonna be very distorted. So
Okay. Well,
I'll try. I'll try.
Okay.
I'm
We
gonna-
gotta let
I'm
you
gonna-
know also.
And follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Follow Stackenberg Greenberg. Follow Ed Heck, and also follow Carmine Appice.
All right. Okay. Well, cheers to that. And I'll go play a little.